how's everyone doing today? It's TVB, and I'm here with some Far Cry 5 gameplay, and oh my goodness, it has been like a full year since I started making these kind of videos, like where I just rank all the movies I saw in that specific month from worst to best. Jeez, time flies, oh my lord. But yeah, Far Cry 5, I only have 3 Far Cry 5 videos left. Like, the finale is going up on 4th of July. But anyway, I'm gonna just, like, talk about the 5 films I saw this June from worst to best. Keep in mind, this is based completely off of my opinion and from what I've seen. Like, I decided to skip Incredibles 2 because, I don't know, what sort of 2000s kid am I? I haven't seen the first Incredibles yet, so I decided to pass it. And I also haven't seen the first Sicario film, so I decided to skip Days of Soldado. You know, the second Sicario film that just came out, but like, I really should get on watching both those films at some point, because Incredibles is like one of the best like animated movies of all time, apparently. And Sicario, like Denis Villeneuve, the guy's a legend. Like, I gotta like watch that movie at some point. But yeah, let's just go from worst to best. The worst film that I saw this June was Uncle Drew. You know, not a terrible movie by any means. I mean, Laurel Howery, Kyrie Irving, Shaquille O'Neal, Nick Kroll, like, the performances are fine, like, and they made me chuckle twice. I don't know, I probably just would like them more if I was actually a basketball fan, which I'm not, honestly. Like, this film just made me zone out, and I was like, couldn't really get into this. And, the second worst film that I saw this June, honestly, it was kind of a toss-up between this and the next film on my list, but the second worst film is Adrift. You know, not a bad movie at all, actually. I actually like Adrift. It was a likable film, but out of all the films I like, I liked the 3 other movies next on this list more than Adrift, if that makes any sense. Shailene Woodley, I like Shailene Woodley. She's a great actress, and she does well in this film, as long as her co-star, the British guy whose name escapes me right now. And yeah, based on a true story, like, it's always very gripping, like, when you watch stuff like that, because you're just like, wow, this actually happened. Of course, like, Hollywood loves to twist and exaggerate things, but, you know, I'm not saying this film did that. I think every like film based off true events does to an extent. But this Adrift definitely made, yeah, it was believable. I felt sorry for the characters. It succeeded in grossing me out a few scenes in this movie. Like, you know, I don't usually watch disaster movies. Like, honestly, disaster movies, it seems like once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Like, you know, it's just a bunch of dopey characters running away from explosions and buildings falling apart and tsunamis and earthquakes. It's like, ugh. Like, where's the story here? I just don't get this. Like, I just don't like disaster movies for that reason. But, you know, this film, like, I liked it. And I think its storytelling, like, the way its narrative is structured, like, is arguably its greatest strength and also its greatest weakness. I remember that being, like, very interesting as well. But yeah, overall Drift, liked it, just not as much as the 3 following films on this list. So yeah, the next film I'm going to talk about is Tag. Oh my goodness, Tag. Okay, I really need to apologize to you guys about something. When I reviewed Tag, like, when I export it, it was really, like, freezy and choppy. The same problem I had with my Shallows review, like, 2 summers ago. Oh boy, I'm really sorry about this, guys. Like, I fixed the problem though, like, with my really freezy, like, Tag review, so I don't want you guys to watch that video, okay? It's crap. It turned out terribly. And yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10 stars. I liked Tag. And also, my Adobe Premiere, like, editing software, like, I updated it, and now it's, like, it's all good again. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care for this new update that much. Like, it looks nicer and everything, and it exports, like, lickety-split now, but, it's just not what it used to be. Like, you know, it used to be a lot easier to do things. Like, I can't write in funny fonts anymore. Like, why did they get rid of that? That was so, like, that was my favorite parts about Premiere. Just, why, Adobe? Just why? Okay, anyway, but yeah, Tag, again, based on a true story, God knows how exaggerated this movie is, but I still liked it. Ed Helms, Jeremy Renner, everyone in this film worked well together. Like, it was just, like, it was funny. It succeeded in getting me to laugh, unlike Uncle Drew. And it was just a good time. Like, honestly, like, it was just a great story about friendship. And, you know, like, you don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. I forget who said it, but that's brought up in this movie. It was like, it's one of those quotes that really makes you think. You guys know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Don't watch my review for Tag. Again, it came out terribly. Just, you know, solid performances. It was funny. I was engaged. Like, you know, it kept me amused. Not like again, it's still I would still put it as like a disposable summer comedy, but it was a fun disposable summer comedy. Let's just put it that way. And the second best film on my list, this is gonna be pretty controversial, but Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is the second best film that came out this June. I know a lot of people really didn't like this movie, and because they say like, oh, it's the characters are too wooden, and like, oh, it's just not as thrilling as the last movie, or whatever it may be. Like, Fallen Kingdom, it's not as good as the last Jurassic World movie. I will say that. Like, I will agree when people say stuff like that. And I will say, like, this film definitely has its flaws. Like, I thought the Franklin character was annoying. I didn't like how confined it was when they got off the island. Like, the whole marketing of Fallen Kingdom was like, oh, this is the first Jurassic Park movie that's not, like, set entirely on an island. So, like, yeah, it's gonna be, like, wild and crazy, and, like, dinosaurs gonna ransack the entire place. But, like, that's not the case. They just stayed in one mansion for the rest of the movie, which kind of bummed me out, but, whatever, it is what it is. And, yeah, Jeff Goldblum, he's only in, like, 2 scenes. Like, come on! You're bringing back Ian Malcolm and you're only having him for 2 scenes? Just, no! Why? Just, please. Okay, but anyway, Fallen Kingdom I really liked it. I thought it was more emotionally pulling than the last of Jurassic Park sequels. I thought that I loved how it explored Jurassic Pratt's relationship with Blue the Velociraptor. I liked there's that really upsetting. There's one scene that was like kind of tear jerking too, because like nostalgia, it's been ruined. No, like I don't want to spoil it for you guys, for those of you who haven't seen Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom yet. So yeah, and I thought the dinosaur it was thrilling. Like Indoraptor was cool. I just hope that they just stop with the genetically engineered hybrids after this movie. Like, there's gonna be a third Jurassic World movie. I really hope that there is, because a dino apocalypse, like dinosaurs taking over the mainland and like reclaiming the world that was once theirs, and groups of human survivors now living in a world reclaimed by prehistoric animals. That's like an apocalypse lover's like wet dream right there. Just a dino apocalypse. That sounds so cool. But yeah, I just enjoyed myself. It was one of my most anticipated movies of 2018, and I can say I wasn't disappointed. So yeah, overall I think 2018 has been a pretty solid year for movies, because all the movies I was really looking forward to have so far been like really big successes for me. And anyway, the best movie that I saw this June was Hereditary. Hereditary, guys, believe like the 94 whatever crazy percentage it has on Rotten Tomatoes. This is like one of the most gripping horror movies I've seen in a long time. Like this film like keeps you on the edge of your seat, and does not like you can't keep your eyes off the screen. Like Alex Wolff is great in this movie. Like he was in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, and he's back here as his like high school stoner who like all this like messed up crap is happening to his family, and he can't help but feel sorry for them. Like from the get go, their grandmother dies, and like more of their family members die throughout the movie, and it's just so creepy, and it makes your skin crawl. And it's like seeing it actually scaring me, because horror movies nowadays are just way too predictable. It's like, oh, 1, 2, 3, like, yeah, just jump scares and, wooden characters and just the same crappy scene way too many times. It's just, oh my gosh, try something new. And Hereditary does try new stuff, and I could not be more grateful for that. And frankly, I would just love to, the lore behind this film, the pagan mythology and all that good stuff was also really really interesting too. Like, the backstory to what's happening to this family. It's like you really don't know what's going on, and that's a good thing. Hereditary overall, guys, like believe the hype. It's definitely worth seeing, and it is my pick for best film of this June. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about Far Cry 5 really quick. Honestly, I really regret not trying the shovel spear sooner. Like, that thing is freaking hilarious, just throwing a shovel at your bad guys. I didn't even realize that's as huge of a thing in Far Cry 5 until I started watching YouTube videos for it recently. And I did finish Far Cry 5. I completed the game. I faced Joseph Seed. You guys probably know the ending by now, but I'm not gonna leave any spoilers for you. And yeah, Far Cry 5 overall, it's not as good as Far Cry 3 or 4 Primal, if you ask me, but I think it's still a lot of fun playing. This series has gone on for a really long time. I'm sorry about that, but like at the same time, I feel like it's done its job, because an open world game, it would make you want to explore the world, and that's what Far Cry 5 did. I wanted to check all the prepper stashes. I wanted to do more side quests. I wanted to just check out Hope County more, and yeah, I think it did that really well. I love that storytelling wasn't as linear as previous Far Cry's. It can really go in whatever sort of direction you wanted to. It wasn't just stick to one routine storyline, which was great. And the deputy, being able to make your own character as like a silent protagonist, like that was arguably the storytelling's greatest strength and also its greatest weakness. Like it was great that you could like inject your own character into Far Cry 5, but at the same time, I kind of wish my character actually had dialogue, because one of the reasons why I was invested in Far Cry 4 storyline was Ajay Ghale. Yeah, Ajay Ghale, the character he plays, had barely any personality, but like he was there to scatter his mom's ashes, and you felt for him, and you wanted him to succeed. The deputy, like also look at Far Cry Primal, like Takar, again, kind of a bland character, but like you wanted him to succeed. You wanted him to bring the Wenja to success and win against the other tribes. Jason Brody in Far Cry 3, you wanted him to save his girlfriend and all his friends from Voss. Like, but the deputy, he's just in Montana. He's just in Hope County because it's his job. Like that's pretty much it. It's just like it's just way too one dimensional. Like I know the whole point is create your own character, but like I just would have liked to see more like backstory on that sort of thing. But whatever, it is what it is. Overall, Far Cry 5 was a really fun game. I had a lot of fun playing it. It was something I looked forward to doing, like, during my summer, because my summer schedule is really flexible. And yeah, my last episode will go up on 4th of July. What better day to end off a Montana-based game on? Like 4th of July. Like that's gotta be the best. And I'm sorry that this series went on for so long. I probably want to get into live streaming soon, so stuff like this doesn't happen again. Where like a Let's Play goes on for absurdly long. Like I just need to figure out how to live stream because it seems really complicated. But yeah, those are my picks for the best and worst movies of June. And yeah, Far Cry 5, I'm excited to end this series. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that thumbs up like button if you want to see more of these kind of videos. And I hope you guys have a fantastic, July. Just happy early July, guys. It's a great month. All right, peace, y'all.